When the power dies in winter, it doesn't just turn off the lights. It turns your entire city into a slow, silent freezer. Tonight, your warm, modern home isn't a safe place. It's a cold trap, and most people won't realize it until their body does. How do you survive a citywide blackout in winter, when the grid is dead, the streets are frozen tombs, and your furnace is just expensive scrap metal? The power grid has just collapsed under the weight of a brutal polar vortex that turned your city into a frozen graveyard. No warning, no backup, just the sound of your furnace dying mid-breath, and the lights flickering out like hope itself. Outside, the temperature is dropping, faster than your phone's battery, which is also dead, by the way. Inside, your modern heated palace is about to become a walk-in freezer with furniture. The pipes will freeze. Your food will either rot or turn into ice bricks. And hypothermia? That's not a problem for tomorrow. That's a problem for tonight. Every winter, blackouts kill people. Not from starvation, not from looters, from the cold, and from the stupid, desperate things people do to fight it, like firing up a gas oven for heat with all the windows shut, or running a generator in the garage, until the carbon monoxide quietly turns their brain into soup. We're not doing that. We're surviving this blackout. With science, scraps, and a little bit of controlled chaos. Step 1. Pick your fortress, and seal it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Step 1. Build your survival fortress. You don't heat a house in a blackout. That's a fantasy. You heat one room, one small defensible heat-trapping box, where you and your people huddle like refugees in a bunker. Find the smallest room in your home, with the fewest windows, a bathroom, a closet, a windowless bedroom. Doesn't matter if it's pretty, it matters if it's small. Small rooms trap heat, big rooms eat it. Now seal it. Stuffed towels, blankets, old clothes, duct tape, garbage bags, anything you can find, under the door and around the window frames. You're not trying to make it perfectly airtight. You're trying to stop the cold from crawling in like a predator. Every crack is a leak. Every leak is degrees lost. If you have plastic sheeting, shower curtains, or even trash bags, tape them over the windows. It's ugly. It's ghetto. It works. You've just built a primitive thermal shelter inside your own home. Congratulations. You're now a cave dweller with a mortgage. Step 2. Layer. Like your life depends on it. Now, insulate your body. Like it's the only heater you've got, because it is. Your body is a furnace, a 98.6-degree biological reactor, burning calories and pumping out heat, but it's leaking that heat from your skin, your head, your hands, your feet, everywhere. So you layer up. Not one big, thick coat. Layers. Thin, loose layers trap air between them. And air is an insulator. Start with a base layer, long underwear, thermal shirt, anything close to the skin. Then a middle layer, fleece, hoodie, wool sweater. Then an outer layer, jacket, blanket, sleeping bag, whatever you've got. Put on a hat. A huge chunk of your body heat escapes through your skull because your brain is a calorie-guzzling furnace and your head has almost no fat. Wear gloves. Wear 2 pairs of socks. Wool is king. Cotton is a death sentence when it gets wet. If you don't have enough proper clothing, wrap yourself in blankets, towels, curtains, old coats dragged out of the closet. Look ridiculous. Stay alive. Here's the science. Your body loses heat through conduction, touching cold surfaces. Convection, cold air moving past you. Radiation, your heat leaking into the room like a sad little star. Evaporation, sweat stealing your warmth as it dries. Layers slow down convection and radiation. Staying dry kills evaporation. Sitting on something insulated, a yoga mat, cardboard, a folded blanket, a pile of clothes, stops conduction from the frozen floor. You're not just wearing clothes, you're building a portable microclimate around your body. Let's talk heat. Step 3. Safe heat. What works and what kills. Let's talk heat. The safe kind, not the kind that kills you in your sleep. First, let's get one thing straight. Do not use your gas stove or oven to heat your room. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care if your neighbor is doing it. Gas appliances pump out carbon monoxide, an invisible, odorless gas that quietly shuts down your brain and stops your heart while you're just sitting there thinking you're a little sleepy. Same goes for charcoal grills, propane camp stoves, and especially generators running indoors or just in the garage. These aren't heaters. They're suicide machines. Every single year, blackouts turn into body counts because someone thinks just for a little while won't hurt. It does. So, what can you use? Option 1, body heat. Huddle up. Seriously, get your family, your pets, your weird uncle, everyone into that one sealed room. Pile under every blanket you own or crawl into sleeping bags. Shared body heat is free, completely safe, and shockingly effective. Humans are walking, talking 98-degree space heaters. Use them. Option 2, safe indoor heaters. If you prepped ahead, you might have an indoor rated propane or kerosene heater. Keyword, indoor rated. Even then, you still need ventilation. Crack a window about an inch. Run it in short bursts just to take the edge off. And never, never sleep with it on. These heaters are designed for emergencies like this, but they still produce combustion gases. Respect them, or they will hurt you. Option 3, hot water bottles. Boil water on a camp stove outside or on a small indoor safe burner. Pour it carefully into bottles. Sturdy plastic, metal, old soda bottles, anything that can handle the heat. Wrap them in towels so you don't burn yourself. Then tuck them into your sleeping bag or under your blankets. You've just built a portable heat source that stays warm for hours. Option 4, candles. A few candles in a small sealed room can raise the temperature by a couple of degrees. It doesn't sound like much, but in a real survival scenario, 2 degrees is the difference between shivering all night and actually getting some sleep. Use sturdy candles in stable holders. Keep them away from anything that can catch fire, and never leave them unattended. A house fire during a blackout is a death sentence. The science is simple. Heat is energy. Your body makes it. Heaters make it. Candles make it. Your job is to trap that energy inside one small room and stop it from leaking away. Insulation. A safe heat source, a sealed space equals survival. You will not be comfortable doing this, but you won't die. And right now, that's the only bar that matters. Step 4. Prevent frozen pipes and find water. Frozen pipes are a catastrophe you can absolutely prevent. The second the heat dies, a countdown starts on your plumbing. When water freezes, it expands. Inside a metal pipe, that expansion turns into an explosion. You won't just come back to a cold house. You'll come back to a flooded, destroyed one when the power finally clicks back on. So you drip. Go to every faucet in your home and open it to a slow, steady trickle. Just a pencil-thin stream. Moving water doesn't freeze as fast. It's not a guarantee, but it buys you time. If you've got pipes in the basement, garage, or a crawl space, wrap them. Use towels, old clothes, foam insulation, even layers of newspaper. You're not trying to make them pretty. You're just trying to slow the cold down. Now drinking water. Your water heater is holding 40 to 60 gallons of perfectly drinkable water. That's your emergency tank. To get it, turn off the power or gas to the heater. Let it cool down. Open the drain valve at the bottom. Boom. Gallons of clean water. You should also have stored water, at least 1 gallon per person per day. If you don't, the second the power goes out, fill your bathtub, your sinks, every pot and bucket you own. City water pressure can fail fast. If you run out and need to melt snow, do it outside on a camp stove. Only bring it in once it's fully melted. Melting snow indoors dumps a ton of moisture into the air, which makes the cold feel even worse and leads to condensation and mold. The science. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving it and insulating the pipes slows that process down. And remember, your body needs water to generate its own heat. Dehydration literally makes you colder. This isn't about being cozy. It's about a checklist for staying alive. Heat, water, If you handle these two right, you walk out of this. That's how you win. Step 5. Food strategy for a dead fridge. Step 5. Food. The mantra is simple. Eat like a scavenger. Think like a strategist. Your fridge is dying. Your freezer is dying. But here's the twist. They're not dead yet. This is now a race against the clock. A full freezer can keep food safe for about 48 hours if you keep the door shut. Half full? You've got maybe 24 hours. Your fridge? That's just a glorified cooler now. You've got about a day. So you prioritize. Hit the fridge first. Leftovers, milk, fresh meats, anything that spoils fast. That's round 1. Then move to the freezer. Here's a pro move. If it's below freezing outside, you just recruited a new appliance. Move your frozen food into a cooler or a secure box and stash it outside. Congratulations, your backyard is now a walk-in freezer. Just make sure no animals can get to it, or you're feeding the wildlife instead of yourself. Once you've worked through the fresh and frozen stuff, you're into non-perishables. This is your long-haul supply. Canned food, pasta, rice, peanut butter, protein bars, anything that can sit on a shelf and not complain. If you need to cook, take it outside. Use a camp stove, or if you've got an indoor safe burner, crack a window for ventilation. Do not run your gas stove for heat or for long cooking sessions. That's how you earn a one-way ticket from carbon monoxide. The science. Your body is a furnace. In the cold, it burns more calories just to stop you turning into an ice sculpture. So, you need to eat more. High-calorie, high-fat foods are your best friends here. Nuts, chocolate, peanut butter. That's dense fuel for your internal engine. Next, step 6. Light. Because darkness in a dead city doesn't just kill your visibility, it messes with your mind. Step 6. Emergency lighting solutions. Darkness is dangerous. The power's out. The lights are dead. And stumbling around in pitch black is how you trip, break an ankle, or knock over a candle and watch your whole survival plan go up in smoke. So you light it up. Flashlights, headlamps, battery-powered lanterns, even glow sticks. Use them smartly so your batteries last. Here's the strategy. Use candles when you're sitting still, and save the flashlights for when you're moving around. But what if you're desperate? No batteries, 1 candle left, nothing else. Look in your kitchen cabinet. You can make a lamp. Find a small glass jar or a metal can. Fill it halfway with cooking oil. Any kind will do. Now find a wick, a strip of an old cotton t-shirt, a bit of cloth, even a shoelace. Twist it tight. Soak one end in the oil and leave about an inch sticking up above the surface. Light it. You now have a DIY oil lamp that will burn for hours. It's primitive science. The oil is the fuel. The wick uses capillary action. It literally drinks the oil up to the flame, feeding it. It's ancient technology, and it works. Step 7. Communication and community. Because isolation kills hope faster than the cold, your phone is basically a paperweight. Cell towers are down. The internet is a distant memory. You're cut off. If you prepped, you're reaching for your hand-crank emergency radio right now. You're tuning in to local stations, getting updates on the blackout, finding out where warming shelters are and what the authorities are doing. If you didn't prep, you're in conservation mode. Your phone is now for emergencies only. Turn off Wi-Fi. Turn off Bluetooth. Close every app. Kill every background process. Squeeze every last minute out of that battery. You can use your car to charge it, but only run the engine in short bursts and never in a closed garage. Carbon monoxide doesn't care that you're just charging for a bit. But the most important communication tool you have isn't electronic. It's your own 2 feet. Go check on your neighbors, knock on doors, especially the elderly, people with disabilities, anyone living alone. Share what you have. Share information. Share warmth if you can. In a blackout, your community is your lifeline. Survival is a team sport. The payoff, you survived. And then it happens. A flicker, the low hum of the grid waking back up. The furnace growls to life. Lights return like ghosts coming home. You made it. That sealed room, the ridiculous layers of clothes, the dripping faucets, the scavenged food, the jerry-rigged lamps. It all worked. You didn't panic. You didn't poison yourself. You didn't freeze. You stared down a citywide blackout in the dead of winter and won, using nothing but scraps, science, and a solid plan. There was no high-tech bunker, no luxury prepper compound, no movie-style survival fantasy. It was just you, and the knowledge that when the systems we rely on die, you don't have to. You survived. And if the furnace doesn't come back on next time, you still know what to do. You have the skills now. You have the plan. Welcome to the new world, where survival isn't about fighting zombies. It's about fighting the cold and winning.